Wealthy people think differently than most, not just in terms of financial resources, but in their mindset, decision making, and their overall approach to life. The good news is that they are not born this way. A wealthy mindset is something that we can all learn and all adapt if we so choose to create more abundance in our own lives. My intention in sharing this mindset is to inspire new ways of thinking that you can use as a springboard to greatness in your own life. As with everything, take what you love, toss out the rest. You are the master of your own life. Let's do this. Ladies, these are generalizations. I fully understand that we are all individual human beings, and as such, these tenets aren't going to apply to every single wealthy person in the world. Number one, they focus on the opportunity, not the problem. Wealthy people first see the silver lining, the opportunity, versus dwelling on the problem. They see challenges as temporary obstacles and stepping stones, not as blockades. They have a proactive, solutions-based mindset versus, woe is me, something bad happened, I'm out of here. In short, when faced with adversity, they look for ways to turn it into a learning experience or into a new opportunity. Number two, long-term thinking versus short-term gains. Wealthy people focus on the long game, delaying gratification for the bigger picture versus the immediate hit. Focusing on the long game allows them to invest, build wealth, and make decisions that pay off over time rather than spending impulsively because they really want it. True story, ladies, my husband Oliver is a personal injury lawyer. For a myriad of reasons, personal injury tends to attract a very low-income clientele. When he was just starting out, this is probably 25 years ago, he'd work all day and then drive out to people's homes late at night on the weekends whenever they could meet. Gotta work hard to build a business. Here's what I found astonishing. Although many of his clients lived in low-end apartments and trailer parks, you walk into the home and they were outfitted with high-end electronics, TV screens, even multiple purebred dogs and exotic cats that went for thousands of dollars each. To add insult to injury, pun intended, many times once they received their settlement checks that were inevitably thousands of dollars, instead of using it to give themselves a leg up, put it aside to have months worth of living expenses, invest it, they'd blow through it like water. Trips, dinners, cars, electronics, expensive pets, and in a snap, they were right back to square one. Conversely, the person who seeks to build wealth would have cooled her jets, set that money aside, and used it as an opportunity to put herself in a different position, to give herself a leg up in life. She would have thought about the long game versus blowing it impulsively. Number three, the knowledge is power mindset. You will often hear me say, knowledge is power. Wealthy people understand this, so they invest time researching and understanding in order to expand their knowledge base, whether through reading books, attending seminars, or picking the brain of a mentor or an expert in the field. A growth-oriented mindset allows them to remain adaptable and informed, recognizing that the more they know, the more they can achieve. Number four, leveraging and outsourcing. Wealthy people understand the power of leverage. By outsourcing tasks, delegating, and surrounding them with a team, they're able to scale up much quicker than those who try to do everything by themselves. My personal mindset is to outsource anything that takes me away from direct revenue generation. For things like household chores, errands, grocery shopping, meal prep, or various projects around the house, we have a small team of people that take care of those things for us, allowing us to focus all of our efforts on what we do best. Number five is risk tolerance. Risk tolerance varies depending on the individual, but as a general rule, rich people are more comfortable taking calculated risks. They understand that bigger rewards come with a level of risk, but they approach decisions with planning, research, and full analysis. Number six, they spend money to save time, not time to save money. They look for ways that they can save time, hassle, headache, whether through delegating tasks, automating a process, or avoiding time-wasting activities. They focus on things that bring them joy and yield more quality time to spend with loved ones. Number seven, wealth is a tool, not the end game. As you accumulate wealth, it becomes less and less about getting all the things and more about using and seeing money as a tool that buys you security, freedom, choice, security, and opportunities. I mean, you can only have so many cars before it sort of becomes boring, right? This particular mindset shifts the focus from just counting all the digits in your bank account to building businesses or using their financial resources to improve the lives of others and take care of their loved ones. Number 8, networking and relationships. For the wealthy, relationships are often seen as one of their most valuable assets. They understand the importance of networking, connecting with like-minded individuals, and building long-term reciprocal relationships. Oliver and I call it the "I know a guy who knows a guy" mentality. In other words, for almost anything they want to do or experience, they've got a connection. Primetime reservations at the hottest restaurant? Call your guy. Buying a new car? Call your buddy who owns the dealership. He'll get you a good deal. You get the idea. They know relationships open doors to opportunities and give access to knowledge or resources they wouldn't otherwise have. Number 9, a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. Wealthy people tend to think there's plenty to go around. Operating from a mindset of abundance allows them to be more generous and collaborative in their efforts. The abundant mindset leads to more open-minded, creative solutions that creates a bigger pie for everyone. Number 10, personal responsibility versus the victim. Wealthy people have a mindset of taking personal responsibilities for their lives and the outcomes. They tend to believe that both success and failures are the direct result of their own actions, choices, and mindset. Instead of blaming perceived failures on others or external forces, they take ownership and seek instead to understand what happened, their role in it, what they could have done better to hopefully get a more successful outcome the next time they try. This ability gives them greater confidence in the ability to control their lives and empowers them to keep moving forward even when things go wrong. Number 11, failure is a necessary part of success. Instead of seeing failure as a sign of embarrassment or incompetence, they embrace it as a natural and necessary part of the success process. With this mindset, they're able to avoid the paralysis that can come from the fear of making mistakes and focus instead on trying new things that lead to success. Number 12, the mindset of creation over consumption. Wealthy generally seek to create versus consume. Rather than spend, they focus instead on building assets like businesses, investments, or intellectual property that generate ongoing value over time. Number 13, delayed gratification. This is a big one now more than ever, where it seems like everywhere you look, there's pressure to get the next new, biggest, best, most expensive thing. Rich people have learned the value of exercising financial discipline. They delay the impulse of spending because they want it right now and everybody has it, in favor of investing things that generate greater returns or passive income in the future. Number 14, perseverance and consistency. They know far too well that what looks like overnight success from the outside is often anything but. Their ability to keep their nose down, stay the course, to push through despite failure and setbacks, makes them strong, resilient, and capable of hitting long-term objectives. Where others give up after not seeing success as quickly as they want, these people have the perseverance and discipline to stay the course and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Number 15, they focused on value versus having to have the best of everything. One misnomer about wealthy people is that they always have to buy the best of everything. While some might, most do not. Rather, they tend to spend more on what is of value to them and less on what they really don't care about. They've adopted the attitude, just because you can doesn't mean you should. For example, I'll bet you've got $100 in your bank account, right? Knowing this, I'm gonna charge you $50 for a cup of coffee. You'd never pay that, would you? Even though you've technically got the money in your bank account. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Be smart with your money. Number 16, investing over spending. Although most will readily admit that sure, they indulge in some of life's luxuries, who doesn't? Nice homes, cars, vacations, but they do not do it at the expense of building financial security. Things like assets, businesses, real estate, or other wealth-generating opportunities. They place much greater value on making their money work for them, generating wealth and passive income over time, versus spending on depreciating assets and having zero in the bank. Number 17, continuous innovation and improvement. Successful people are the antithesis of complacent. Rather, they have an internal drive to constantly seek ways to improve, adapt, and innovate both personally and professionally. This mindset keeps them competitive and allows them to seize new opportunities, whereas others may become more complacent and stuck in old patterns. I've often told Oliver, "You are an exceptional lawyer, But your real ace in the hole, the real reason that you are the rainmaker, comes from your innate ability to innovate, to find your way to the cheese, regardless of how the market space changes. Number 18, the power of positive thinking. This is perhaps one of my most favorite tenets. Many wealthy people consciously cultivate a positive mindset, believing in their ability to both rebound from hardship and to ultimately succeed, regardless of any external circumstances or what other people might say. They see the glass as half full, the dark cloud with the silver lining, and opportunity where others only see rain. A positive mindset naturally feels joyous, it boosts self-confidence, it attracts opportunities, and encourages resilience in the face of setbacks. Number 19, the importance of surrounding yourself with success. Birds of a feather, y'all. Rich people don't hang out with other rich people because they're snobs. They focus instead on surrounding themselves with like-minded, motivated people who inspire and challenge them to grow and evolve. Putting themselves in a positive environment pushes them to aim higher, fostering a culture of growth which is critical to both personal and professional development. And speaking of personal development, don't miss my next video, 20 things I would have told my 30-year-old self. Have a great week, ladies. I'll see you Friday.
Listen,